Hello, 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 everyone. It is Creative Arts Collaboration Week. Presentation this month is hashtag Thankful for Art. That's hashtag Thankful for Art. If you want to see other people who are contributing to this collaboration, use that hashtag in your search on YouTube and you will find a multitude of talented people putting their art out there for you to view. I am creating a page today mostly in respect for our service members who have given of themselves repeatedly. Many have died for us, for our freedoms, and I want to thank all of those people who have been part of that incredible group who takes care of us, takes care of our country, provides us security. And so this is for you folks. You are incredible. I cannot say thanks enough. So I'm starting out with a piece of watercolor paper and my aquarelle watercolor crayons, and I just put some color down on those with those crayons on that watercolor, and then I came back with some water and moved that around a bit and did a little bit of splattering just to get some texture and things into the background. I also used some archival inks and some stamps with some scribbling and different texture just to layer some things into the background and give it a little depth. Now I'm using some Impression Obsession stamps on some plain old tissue paper. The pad I'm using is Ancient Page, and it is ancient, folks. I don't even think they make this one anymore, but it was a wonderful pad, and I happen to have the refill ink for it, so I continue to use it. The unfortunate thing about this one is I had just re-inked it, and it was very juicy, and so I was having a difficult time with my stamping just because of how moist it was, but I somehow struggled through because, you know, me and rubber stamps, we are friends and I am going to use them. So I got the paper prepared. I'm trying to let things dry in between. My watercolor paper was drying so that I could get the stamped images onto it, and then the tissue paper is off to the side drying, because what I'm going to do is layer the tissue paper on top of that watercolor paper. I'm using some matte gel medium and just brushing that onto the surface and applying it with an old gift card or whatever you've got around that you can scrape it down with and get the bubbles out from underneath, and then, you know, put a coat over the top so that it seals it all in, and going around the edge with some water. Trying to get this done because I got to go out tonight, but I got in a hurry, and of course it didn't peel off the way I wanted it to, and I'm saying, oh well, I have some other things I can do with that. So I get my X-Acto knife, try to clean it up with that, and of course the paper's still wet, so it's dragging and tearing, and yeah, well, best laid plans, right? It is a journal page, and I'm not going to be too worried about it. I want to get something down on my page and just say thank you to those folks out there that have been so wonderful for all of us. So I'm continuing filling in the border and drying things, just getting it ready so that I can do the next part, which, you know, will be adding some more color to it. I have some water reservoir pens that I have some Diane Reevely inks, fluid inks, in the reservoirs, and so I'm putting those down, and then I'm saying, oh, I didn't get the seal on there good enough because that's wicking out on the tissue paper, and okay, that's all right too, because it's watercolor, and what does watercolor do? It kind of runs, and I'm saying I can live with that. I'm not going to get too concerned about it. The color and the depth is going to be there once I get things in place. So I just kind of roll with it and, you know, don't get too upset. I'm getting some color around, and I'm actually splashing it with warm water to help the color to spread, because I'm thinking, well, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So that's what I did. I kind of joined the crowd and helped it to spread. And then I got out my distress inks, and I used seedless preserves in a ripe persimmon, which is one of the newer colors, and just did more around the border to kind of pull it into the center and give you some depth there. So now you can see what I did is I've trimmed all that stuff out, because what I'm going to do is apply this to a black journal page, and all that color is going to pop. Thanks for watching.